I'm back. I got bored again. I'm bored again. I have nothing to do. Mumsy's at work. And so I have on my notes app what we're talking about. It's going to be the title of the video. Oh, I burped. Oh my gosh. Sorry. But number one agenda that we're going to talk about today is... Oh my gosh. What is that? Number one thing we're talking about today is I love men. But let me cook. Let me cook for it. Let me talk about it for a second. Just let me just say my piece and then you can make fun of me, okay? Let me just say my piece. Okay, so basically, let me cook. Okay, so basically, I was watching a bunch of music videos and I was like thinking, and I was reading fan fictions and I was watching like BLs and all this stuff. If I haven't mentioned it already, which I don't think I have, I like watching like BLs. And I was just thinking about it and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like all these different types of like dudes that I'm attracted to, and I have to talk about it. Like I need to talk about it with someone because like none of my friends are gonna understand. Okay, I get it. I'm a basic white girl. Okay, I get it. I don't look like, hey, I'm half Puerto Rican. I look like a basic white girl, and I am a basic white girl. Okay, my friends, half of them, the majority of them are basic white girls as well. They're just rich and more talented than I am. But they like the basic white man as well. And so me, on the other hand, I have like a very specific type, like if I could just combine every single thing into, then we'd be fine. But I have my phone right here and I titled it Only If They're Cute, but like honestly, again, like beauty is subjective. If I find a man cute, my friends are probably gonna think he's ugly. So yeah, I just want to say that when I say only if they're cute, I mean like to me, objectively and generally, like there are gonna be dudes that are hot that I don't think are hot. So this is more or less just like a basic description. Number one, race car drivers. Give me a second. I'll explain it. So I'm gonna pop pictures up of like who inspired this love. But I'm also going to say it. So, if you don't know, if you're not a BL watcher, there's this Thai BL called Love in the Air. And it is probably one of the more, like, modern, like, spicy, sexual ones. And it's so good. If y'all have not watch it, it's so good. It's a little goofy, it's a little cringy at some points. It's a little, like, touching you down. It's, like, really cringy. But it's also really good, especially the second couple, like, the second half of the show, it covers them. You have two couples. You have couple A, couple B. Couple A is the first half of the show. Couple B is the second half of the show. But they're still mentioned throughout the entire show with each other. And it's like they're happening at the same time. But we're just seeing their stories at different parts of the show. So with couple B, oh my gosh, what are their names? Oh my gosh, I literally watched this show like on a daily when I first watched it. It was Sky and Sky and Prapai. I can't say his name correctly, but Sky and Prapai. And it was just there was so much trauma and like bonding and like healing that was done. And it made me, and like when I watched Prapai, I just, they both, okay, oh my gosh, what is the other dude's name? It's Prapai, it's Sky, Prapai, Rain, and... Oh, wait, I literally wrote his name down. Oh, my gosh. Okay, his real name is Boss. His real name is Boss in real life. I don't remember his character's name. I'll pop both of them up here. But it's just... Oh, my God, they're so hot. Like, they're rich. They're successful. They're hot. They race. They're, like, motorcycle racers. Motorcycle racers on top of that. So it's just like, oh my gosh, and they're like caring and like they like fully wholeheartedly love Rain and Sky, and it's just, oh my gosh. So race car drivers, dudes with motorcycles, I'll add, so first it's gonna be dudes with motorcycles. The next pictures I'm gonna pop up are dudes that race car drive. And I'm only really talking about one dude because I don't really pay attention to race car drivers. But hey. Next one are sports, hockey, basketball, and volleyball players. Don't ask me why. I just think it's really hot. Like, dude, just a nice, like a lean dude. They don't necessarily have to be muscly. In fact, I prefer people. Okay, listen. I know that I'm not the best looking person, so, like, you're probably thinking, Emma, why do you have standards so high? Why do you have a list of people that you want to date? Like, people you, like, I know, okay? I know I'm literally, like, the lowest standard to date someone. But I know my worth, so I know exactly what I want. And so, like, I like them, not, like, don't think, like, John Cena, Dwayne Johnson, like, I don't really like that sort of, like, muscly. I'm not really attracted to that. I'm sort of more attracted to, like, the more, like, leanish side. Like, you have muscles, but, like, they're not, like, over the top. Like, if you were wearing if you were wearing a t-shirt, I probably wouldn't be able to tell until you, like, actually flex. And that's, like, I like it. I like that idea. It's just, like, hockey players. I went to my first hockey game last year, and oh my gosh, it was so hot watching these men just bump into each other, like hit a puck with a stick. It was so hot, and I loved it, and it was so fun. And then basketball players and volleyball players, I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I just think it's really attractive, okay? Next up, this came from the fact that I read a fan fiction of... Oh, shoot, you can't see it from it's on this shelf, not on that shelf. But, ATs, if you haven't heard of them, ATs, I'll circle them right here. ATs is Minky. I read a fan fiction where he was a mechanic. Two fan fictions, actually, where he was a mechanic. And the pictures that they gave us, that these two authors gave us, to imagine him in that fan fiction, it was, again, I'll pop the pictures up here. It was, like, short-haired, bleached / pink-haired Mingy, and I just think that the, like, short-haired Mingy, I think, is just some of his, like, most attractive hairstyles. I think he just looks so hot, and it was, like, just imagine, like, he's sweating, greased up, covered in oil. He's wearing a tank top. His muscles are showing. He's got a little bit of a growl. He's got a deep voice. He's, like, working on a car. Crank, crank, crank. And then you walk in, and he's all, like, tough. And then he sees you, and he's like, oh, babe, hi. Mechanics. Next up, I literally just, like, was mentioning, kind of muscular, kind of not. Kind of puss, kind of not. The best way I can describe a kind of puss, kind of not man is, like, he would cry watching the Titanic, but he would also probably, like, if someone said something about me, he'd probably want to beat them up. And I like that. That's kind of how, like, he's a puppy dog, but, like, also at the same time, like, he's a golden retriever, but at the same time, he'll turn into, like, a bulldog, a German shepherd. Oh my gosh. What are the dogs that, like, my grandpa got attacked by one? I don't remember. It wasn't a bulldog. It wasn't a Great Dane. Oh my gosh, I don't remember. I'll try and look it up later. But, doink. But, yeah. Tattoos. Tattoos. What do y'all know about a man with tattoos? Oh my gosh. I love tattoos so much. Like, tattoos are so, especially when they're done right and they're, like, the right size, the right placement, whether, depending on when they're colored or not. It's just, y'all, what do y'all fucking know about tattoos? Like, Curtis Connor. Love this man so much. If he didn't have tattoos, I probably wouldn't think he's as attractive as I think he does. But because of the tattoos, I think he's so attractive. And then, like, Johnny and Yuta and Taeyong from NCT 127. Are you kidding me? Those tattoos elevate them. It elevates the look. Especially Johnny's tattoos. And then, on top of this, he has a sweet side, but, like, a nice amount of cockiness. Like, when he walks into a room, he knows that people are looking at him. He knows that guys wish they were him. He knows that girls wish they were with him. But then he sees me, and he goes, that's my girl. That's my girl. He goes, that's my girl. And he's so proud to be, like, dating me. Like, that kind of vibe. And then just these two are kind of just, like, a obvious thing. But, like, treats me well, spoils me a bit. If he wants to, though, he could spoil me a lot. I'm leaving that up to him. Because, like, I saw this TikTok. Y'all, I saw this TikTok, and it was a couple. They went into the books, Barnes & Noble, and she was like, oh, I want to get paperbacks because, like, hardcovers are more expensive. And he's like, doesn't matter. And she's like, are you sure? And he's like, yes. And then she brings up all the books. She's like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. You're about to spend all this money on me. He's like, I don't care. He sets all the books. He's carrying all the books for her because he just wants her to be able to run off and get them. He sets the books down on the counter, and the cashiers are like, oh, that's a haul, girl. And he literally goes, meh, whatever makes her happy. And that's what I want. And then I made a list. There's a list that I added for, like, the vibe. Like, if you don't know, if you've never heard of any of these people before, look them up if you want, like, to get the vibe. Look up clips of them, look up pictures of them. Just, like, get the vibe of what I'm understanding. But Mark Lee, Johnny Suh, Hendry, Jisung, those are all from NCT. And then Eric Son from The Boys, Sungwoon, Jake, Nikki from Enhypen. You know, actually all of Enhypen. Like, first of all, let me talk about Nikki for a second. I wanted to deny it for so long. Let me preface this so y'all don't think I'm like 25 crushing on an 18-year-old. I'm 18. I'm literally like 3 months older than him. I had just turned 15 when, like, I found out about Enhypen, and he had just turned 15, like, when they debuted. So, like, this isn't, like, a weird, one of those, like, disgusting age gap sort of things. It's, like, for 3 months of the year, he's younger than me. But, like, I'm tired of denying it. He's hot, and I think he's cute, and I have a crush on him. Next up, Gunyul from Extraordinary Heroes. I love that man. He's so awkward, and it's just, yeah. And then IM/Changyun from Monsta X. All of ATs. All 8 of them. And then Pavel from Pit Babe. That's the car racing picture I just popped up. And then Boss from Love in the Air. One of the motorcycle dudes. Kat Bailey ASMR. And then Jacob Elordi. I'm sorry. I have to admit it, y'all. He's hot. I'm sorry to be basic, but, like, guys, we have to admit it. He's hot. He's a basic white boy. He's hot, though. Like, we gotta admit it. So, like, awkward. He's a little bit awkward, but, like, he's tall. He's got some muscles. He spoils me. That sort of stuff. So, yeah, that's my little spiel on men I like. Because I just need to talk about it. I just need to talk about it with someone. Because I was gonna go insane if I didn't. Next up is UMG got me messed up. What the heck? Oh, we're doing this for our artists because we're not being paid. They're not being paid fairly. TikTok isn't a music streaming platform. It's a literally social media. It's not meant to stream music on. It's meant to share music and do dances and get people to go to the streaming platforms to listen to those songs. Like, I think the funniest thing is that, like, artists from under UMG have, like, been on TikTok being like, hey, UMG took all my music off, so here's a remix. And it's just, like, the song, but then they put, like, silly meme, like, sounds, like, behind it so that it's technically not the song anymore. And I think that's so funny. Like, UMG, and then 4 times I've come across this problem where I saved an edit, and then UMG took the song off. So I had to, like, try and remember the song that was being played. And some of them did have, like, the words to the song, so I knew what it was. And I saved the video, went to Spotify, screen recorded just the bit of the song that I needed, and then edited it on CapCut so I could have the edit. One of them is a Yeonjin edit with Taylor Swift, Midnight Rain, and it is such a beautiful Yeonjin edit. It is so sweet, it is so wholesome and precious, and I was so upset when I realized that the sound had been taken off. So I redid, I fixed it, and so now I have it back. And so now I've kind of just been saving every edit on my phone that I see if I'm able to. Next up, this is probably going to be the longest story out of the 3. The POS system. If I didn't mention this before, I'm not going to say explicitly what company, but I work at a movie theater. And the POS system went down completely. Our website wouldn't work. We couldn't sell any tickets. We couldn't sell any food. We literally, like, you can buy the tickets online, yada, yada, yada. Like, at one point, my manager was just like, Emma, just, like, only take cash. Like, if they're trying to do card, try and do it online. Because we didn't know that online was broken. And so we were doing that. And I was only able to get 4 people tickets through cash. Like, I had to physically write down everything and give it to them on a piece of paper. And it was horrible. Like, the amount of times I had to do my little customer service, like, so unfortunately our POS system is completely down. You're not able to buy tickets online anymore. We are not able to sell tickets whatsoever because we need our screens to be able to do it, and we can't do that. Yada, yada, yada. In some cases, to be like, I understand. We completely understand if you want a refund. If you want a refund, since we can't do it today, we'll just write your name and number down, and then you can just come in tomorrow or whatever day is best for you, and we can call you if you end up, like, we will call you asking you, like, hey, when can you come in? Some people did that. Other people were like, oh, whatever. Because, like, we couldn't bring in food, and a lot of people, this might narrow it down for you, but, like, a lot of people come to this movie theater for food. And so, when they're not getting food, they don't really want to watch the movie anymore. And so, we were like, we can give you complimentary drinks, complimentary popcorn. So people were like, some people were okay with that, some people weren't. And it was just, and some people were getting so mad at me, and I was just like, it's not my fault. In my head, I'm like cursing these people out, like, oh my gosh. And I'm trying to be as respectful as possible, but these people are being so over a movie. You're gonna be mad at me over a movie. If you go on a streaming site, it's probably there. And so, yeah, and my manager offered me a free meal, and I said no because I wanted McDonald's. I wanted comfort food, so teehee. And so yeah, and then what else was there? They set out like a sign that said closed due to technical errors, and people still kept coming in. Because the sign was all the way out in the front and not right in front of the door. And so it was, oh my gosh. And I'm like, why are they keeping me here for this long? Like, they sent home the runners. They sent home, like, basically, like, 80% of the people. They kept me there. They kept one person who could take order. They kept one server. They kept one person who cleaned the theaters. And then the managers were there. And it was just so annoying having to stay there. But when I thought about it when I got home, I was like, for almost 8 hours, I truly got paid to do nothing. Because, like, there was a portion for, like, an hour and a half, absolutely nobody was coming in, and I was able to just sit down. So, like, I truly got paid to do nothing. So, like, I guess, hey, yay. So, yeah, and then, another thing, I decided because, okay, these are nails I bought off of Amazon, and, I think you can't really tell because my screen's kind of grainy, especially when you do close-ups. But I decided that I wanted to, like, actually get my nails professionally done because, like, this is literally just, like, print. This isn't, like, anything. This is literally, like, it's being scratched off because it's literally just printed onto the nail. Obviously, I don't know why I had to, like, explain that. And so I just want to get my nails done professionally. And I was thinking, let me go into Pinterest, because my mom was saying, like, hey, like, the people that I'll probably end up taking you to, because she's going to take me where she goes. The people I'm going to take you to, they can't really do, like, these intricate nail designs. Like, they're kind of just, like, basic, run-of-the-mill, like, designs that you can do. And so I have a little Pinterest board, because what else am I going to do? Save the photos to my phone? And so I was just trying to think of, like, simple things. And, like, okay, when I show these pictures, it's not the actual nail design in the picture. It's just, like, one nail design on, like, one finger that I liked. And so I wanted to keep it. But what I had in mind, and tell me if this is ugly, tell me if these are ugly or not. What I had in mind was this little star thing. Because I want a design. Not the gems. I don't want those on there. I just want, like, the stars. Either that, or where'd it go? Something, not necessarily this, but, like, the kind of, like, wavy pattern, kind of like what are on, at least these two nails. Oh my gosh, I can't. What are on these two nails? Kind of like a wavy, squiggly pattern. And if not, if we can't really do that, maybe just something like this. I don't know. What do y'all think? So, yeah. I don't know. It's really all I had to say. I kind of wish I just needed someone to talk to. POV, watch the POS system not be up. I should check to see who worked today and see if I'll be able to text them. Cause it probably is up. Like, they probably got it back up. I'm hoping that one of my coworker friends is there and I could ask her. Cause we probably closed already. We closed already, yeah. But I wanna see. I'm just curious. Oh my gosh, I can literally ask her. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. Okay, you're gonna be watching me text someone. Oh, also, we hired someone yesterday. He was so nice. He was literally so nice. And it was, like, insane. Like, we talked, and he was so sweet, and he's only 17. He's a baby. And we talked, and he was so nice, and, like, he let me do my little rambles, and, like, let me go off and stuff. And I was like, okay, this is great. Like, he, like, would look over at us while, because, like, we were all just standing in the front, because there was no food to run, so why do the runners need to stay back in the, like, kitchen? And so, like, we were standing there, and, like, we'd walk up, and, like, he'd look over at us, and he'd give us a smile, and he'd be like, and, like, then we would, like, walk over, and he left, and one girl walked up to him, she went to go talk to him, and they looked really happy, and then I go, did you get hired? He goes, yeah, and I go, slay, and we high-fived, and I'm gonna be so happy when I see him training. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so silly, goofy, slay. So, yeah. That was my day. How was your guys' day? How was your guys' day? Let me know what you... Please don't make fun of me for my type in men, okay? Oh, if I'm also... Going back to that! I didn't say, like, other physical attributes. If he has, like, specifically... Okay, I'm open to any man, but I, like, specifically like people of color. I'm more attracted to people of color, just in general. But I don't care. You could be a basic white-ass bitch, or you could be the most, you can be, like, the most beautiful human ever, or you can be the most basic human ever. But if I'm into him, I'm into him. But I just, so yeah, specifically people of color, but, like, any man. I don't care. Specifically, he wears, okay, let me pop up a couple photos of, like, the vibe that I'm getting for with, like, his outfits. Because then I would try and mirror it, because if he has good fashion, then I could try and mirror that. And then I could have good fashion. Because I don't have good fashion. I don't have good fashion. Okay, I'll admit it. I'm woman enough to admit it. And then, if he has curly hair, like curly or wavy hair, I think it's so hot. Curly, wavy hair on men is so hot, in my opinion. And then, like, maybe, a little, like, baby mullet. I'll pop up pictures of what I mean. But I just think, like, a little baby mullet's kind of cute. Like, it's a little bit of length in the back, but not a lot. And so, like, if I were looking at it from the front, I probably wouldn't be able to tell. But, yeah. So, first of all, should I make an ASMR video? I kind of want to make an ASMR video. ASMR room tour. I should give you a room tour. You can literally see, like, my entire room. Because the thing is, this is a front-facing iPad. Like, this is a front-facing camera. But I'm zooming it out to 0.5. So, like, you can literally see, like, everything. But maybe I'll do more in-depth. Would you guys like an ASMR meet my stuffed animal family? Would you like that? Would you like that? Okay, anyways. Bye. Bye. Mwah.